Next, they have taught you what is a paragraph. In your lessons also, you can see there are many different paragraphs which are given. A part or section of a piece of writing, a paragraph starts on a new line and has at least one line in it. Usually, it has one main idea. You can open any page. In your textbook, if you want to open any lesson, you can go to page number 44, everybody. Weeds in the garden. Can you see? The first paragraph, most of the parents like to fulfill the wishes of their children. From there it starts. Can you see most does not start right in the beginning? This is to show you that it is a new paragraph. Of course, it's a new sentence, so it starts with a capital. The second paragraph, Anshuman's parents had noticed, and then it continues. Third paragraph, soon an opportunity presented itself. So can you see over here, different paragraphs are given. Suppose first they have spoken about parents in general, then in the second one they have given about Anshuman's parents in particular. So like that they have made different paragraphs. Now why did they say that a paragraph must have at least one line? Can you see on the next side of the same page, Anshuman, there's a weed. Can you pull it out? So here there is just one line because there was only one dialogue, but that is also a separate paragraph. So when you write paragraphs, each paragraphs, whenever you are making, it should have a different idea. That's why you are now changing and writing a separate paragraph. Your punctuations and all should be properly made, and you keep at least 2 finger line. Keep so much space and then you start your new line, okay, for your new paragraph. After paragraph, they have given past. It is the time before the present time and the time that has gone by. That means ho chuka. We use past tense forms of verbs to show actions or events in the past. She took my book yesterday, or I was in class 4 last year. Long ago, there lived a king. Now, past tense sometimes can pose a problem if you have not learnt your past tense. Past, you can come to know that you are supposed to say it in past because it is over, it is completed, it is done. Now, in the past, you have the past form. For example, do will become did. Go will become went. Eat, ate. See, saw. Win, won. Teach, taught. Now over here you can see they are quite different from each other and you need to learn them. Some of the past tense you just have to add an ed, like for example visit. We can simply write visited. That means I visit my grandmother every year. We visited her last year. So by putting ed. Now dance, if you see, it already ends with an e. So you only have to add a d. For example, danced. And it will become past tense. Some of the past tense in present and past remains the same. For example, cut. Every day I cut the vegetables. Yesterday also I cut the vegetables. You don't have a different form. Cut, put, these type of words remain the same. There are many verbs that you have to learn, and for all of them you must know the past tense. When children use ed for everything, like when they say I teach and yesterday teacher teached us. Is it correct English? No. You have to know each and every. For example, in present if I write know, in the past tense it will become knew, K-N-E-W. So you have to know both your forms and then you will be able to do your past tense easily. Sometimes when they give you the verb and they ask you to make it in the past tense, children get confused when the word be is given in the bracket. The past tense of be can be was, or were. If suppose they have given you in bracket the verb have, so the past tense will be had. Now here you have to be careful for was and were. We were, but I was. But had is used for all. So you must know that in bracket when they give the verb, you have to make it into past. Now suppose they give you such a big verb, to be able to. So you'll think, what is the past tense? Could. Why? Because the present is can. I am able to understand whatever is being taught. That means I can understand. Past tense, I could understand. Have you understood how to do past tense? So first step is you have to learn both these forms, the present tense and what becomes the past tense. We are now going to look at what is phrase. Phrase in your book is given as a short, meaningful group of words, a meaningful part of a sentence. Actually, it doesn't tell you the full proper definition. So, I want you to add one more thing in it. They have already given you short, meaningful group of words, but right over there, it does not have a subject nor a finite verb. Suppose you feel, I don't know what is the meaning of finite verb. That means which is in a tense. Now for example, suppose I write the word at home. There are two words over here. In the morning. Now and then. Or here and there. So minimum two words should be there. Now at home. Suppose I say, where is your mother? At home. Where is your mother? In the kitchen. So in the kitchen. We use three words. Correct? So those words are not a proper sentence. It's not a full sentence. My mother is at home will be the full sentence. My mother is the subject. Is the verb. But we know that in a phrase there is no subject and no finite verb. That was not given in your book. So have you written it down? Now in the morning. Again here you can see there is no person who is doing any verb. But if I say I go jogging in the morning. So I, subject, go is not part of this. So this is part of a bigger sentence and it's a group of words. And of course it makes meaning, it has meaning to you because when do you go jogging? In the morning. When do you go to school? In the morning. We can understand, but it is not a proper sentence. Same way here, when you say, when do you go jogging? Now and then, kabhi kabad. That means you know that I don't go regularly. So these type are known as phrases, and phrase is a part of a bigger sentence. A sentence cannot be made without a subject and verb. So a phrase is part of a sentence, but it does not have the subject and verb. Next topic that we have is plural. The form of noun or the pronoun or the verb. Now plural means anek vachan, one singular and many plural. So now children we know is plural, child is singular, tigers is plural, caps is plural, we is plural, they is plural. Now you'll say, how is pronoun becoming plural? Suppose I have to make singular and plural. Many children know how to make nouns plural, but how to make the pronouns plural? I is singular, correct? First person, singular, and first person plural will be we, because I plus somebody will become we. Second person, singular, is you. but plural will also be you. I am writing this big U so that you know this is tum and this is aap. You plus somebody, you only. That means you both or you all. So in Hindi we can make out the difference tum and aap. So this is big U which I have written means aap. Okay. Third person. Singular, we write he, she or it. And for plural, we write they. Suppose he and his brother came. So that means they came. She and her friend. So they came. Or it is always singular. It is my pen. Now suppose I take all these pens. They are my pens. So they becomes plural. And it, this is only one. It is my pen. So it is singular. Have you got this? How to make singular and plural of pronouns also? Okay. Next topic that we are taking is preposition. Now preposition is a group of words used before a noun or a pronoun to show place, time, position, etc. Examples, in the park. Now in is showing you where exactly is the place. On the table is also showing you place. At home. From Monday to Friday. That means from which day to which day. After 5 p.m. Even if I had written at 5 p.m. In front of the school, etc. So let us see the list of prepositions. This will show you the position between two things, two nouns or even pronouns. In, on, from, to, between, among, since, for, at, along, with, without. All these type can be used to show the position. Like for example, if I say, I am standing between Suresh and Ramesh. So you know that I am standing in between. But I am sitting among all the students. That means all of them are around me. So even around is a preposition. If I use in, I can use it for place. I am in the classroom, or in the morning, then it will show you time. Same thing on Friday. So then it tells you when exactly. But on the table, then it tells you where exactly, the place. From, that means I came from my house. I went to the classroom or to the school. Since, I have been teaching since 1988. I have been teaching for the last 27 years. I teach at a college and a school. I go along with my friend. So I go along with her. So prepositions, sometimes when you have fill in the blanks, we know only one answer can come over there. But sometimes it can come in both ways. I go with my mother to the market, or my mother goes without me. So she can go with you or without you. So sometimes one or two answers can fit. Now after preposition, you have the present tense. While we did the past tense, we in a way already did present. Present tense means it is the time that is happening now. We use the present tense form of verbs to show the action or events that are happening now. She goes to school. Now be careful. The present tense, very often we use it for what we always do. For example, I teach English and French. So it doesn't mean at present. The present tense is used for what I normally do. Okay, I teach both these languages. Or you go to school. Every day you go to school. But if you're talking about what is happening just now, then I am teaching you English grammar. So this is in normal simple present tense. This is present continuous, what I am actually doing just now. After that, we have pronoun. Now, in pronoun, we already saw these pronouns, subject pronouns, first person, second person and third person, singular and plural. Other than that, I, you, he, she, we and all, we also have pronouns which are possessive pronouns like my, your, his, her, our, their. That means I eat my dinner. You eat your dinner. He eats his dinner. She eats her dinner. We eat our dinner. You eat your dinner and they eat their dinner. In the pronouns, we can also use the object pronoun. So, instead of I, it will become me. Instead of we, it will become us. You will remain you only. This will remain the same. This will also remain the same. He will become him. She will become her. It will remain the same. And they will become them. What is the difference? When we are using the subject pronoun, it means this person is doing the verb. When we are using the object pronoun, then it means the verb is being done on this person. I teach the children. The children ask me their doubts. Then children means, that means they ask. So they are the subject and me is the object. So here you can see different types of pronouns are also used. Pronouns or sarvanam is used instead of the noun. Like instead of saying Lata, I can say she. Instead of saying my husband and I can use we. Instead of saying the students, I can use they.